thing going on in the studio. I think we're in YouTube now. I think it's Mercury retrograde because we are having
Oh,
unbelievable amounts of technical issues. I mean,
all over the board.
Michelle's been popping in and out trying to get her set up to work. She's still setting it up, trying to get her set up to work for like the last half hour. And just prior to the radio simulcast beginning, that's what you heard everybody hears with the intro music. Um, I sent the live stream to the YouTube studio, and the studio wouldn't pick it up. So I couldn't go live, and so yeah, the music's counting down, the music's ending, we counted down, the show started on the radio side of things. Man, I'm telling you, there's got to be some major Mercury retrograde stuff going on. Also, Charlotte is supposed to be with us here tonight.
Right?
Literally, the three of us were talking literally, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, something like that.
Hmm.
And we don't know where she is. We don't know what happened. This is what I mean. This is some crazy stuff. I don't know if her internet went down or she fell asleep again. But we were just talking to her. I can go to the
Oh,
messages. I can go to the messages on Facebook here and see, when it was that she was on here. But like, God, I mean, 5:30, so like an hour ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that's the last time she checked in. No, 5:40, she saw a comment in there. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on. Very strange things afoot, I'm telling you. Very
Yeah.
strange things. Hey, how do you like? I don't know if you can see it on your end, but I've got this cool background behind our video. Now, of course, I don't know if that's working on YouTube. No, it doesn't look like it's working on YouTube. Oh well. It was something I was trying because I saw it in the controls. I was like, I've never seen this before. And so I gave it a try, but it's not doing anything. At least not
No,
on maybe on the recording it is though.
maybe.
Yeah. So maybe I can just take the recording and upload the recording and it'll have this cool, it's like a purple background.
See,
It's like
now behind the white screen, behind your white screen, I can see it looks like a blue purple almost sky with like a darker blue, maybe a mountain, but only about this much you can see in the corner
yeah,
of
that's
each
on.
of your corners.
It depends on how big you have the thing. Like I'm on my laptop, so it's bigger and I can see it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
it's supposed to be like rolling hills and then sky, and but it's shades of purple, which matches our color scheme at Psyche Cafe.
Yeah, I can see just the outlines.
Wow. Okay, so weird stuff going on. Charlotte may or may not join us. I told her in the chat on Facebook, just jump in late. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Feel free to jump in late. Yep. And just weirdness going on here. But we are muddling through. We are muddling through. I talked to who was it? I talked to Catherine today, and she's
Yeah.
she's not going to be returning. We found out, so Compassionate Light is gone from the network, folks. It is gone.
So sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After she was here from like the beginning of this version of the network, so that's been like about 5 years, 6 years, 4 years. I don't know. I lost
Wow.
track. I know we've been doing this for 14 years, almost 15 years now. Um, but we've had a gazillion shows and all different networks. We had different names for our networks. We went through like 4 or 5 iterations before landing on Psychic Cafe, which is our
Well,
newest
many,
psychic talk.
many blessings to Miss Catherine.
To
Almost
Cafe.
said Charlotte. Many
Yeah.
blessings to Catherine on her new journey in life.
Yeah, she's doing like these really cool retreats and stuff. She's kind of does like her own travel agency, and she does these retreats, these trips that you can go on, which is really cool stuff, you know.
Wow.
Try and the whole idea, and she goes with them, and they go to these places, and they do these transformations and stuff, and so that's what she wants to do and focus on. So I wish her good luck with that.
Yeah.
Sad to see her go, but hey, it opens up another day. Fridays was when her show was on, so anybody out there in
Yeah.
YouTube land and radio land, if you want to do your own custom show on a Friday, or even if you just want to join us like this, you know, on one of our Psychic Cafe shows. See, the custom shows like like Charlotte, oh my God, like Catherine had. That's one thing I'm not going to miss, is confusing those two all the time. So, you know, once Catherine's been gone for a while, I will hopefully only call Charlotte Charlotte and not call Catherine Charlotte, because I won't be saying Catherine anymore.
And then we'll get another
Everybody
one.
have their coffee and tea? You're ready to go?
No, Dan has not made me a fresh cup of coffee.
Oh, what is he there for then? I mean, that's the whole
No,
reason Dan's there, right?
right?
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, now if I can remember what I was saying, talking about Catherine, and she had a custom show, and there's Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte.
It's Wednesday. I'm off mark a little bit. Fun day.
Yeah,
Hi. Sorry for being late and for interrupting.
that's okay. Michelle was having trouble with her cameras and computers and had to restart 8 times, and all kinds of technical things going on, Charlotte. I think it's the Mercury retrograde myself.
But we will prevail.
Yes. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, I was telling everybody about hold on just a second. My screen just went weird and I don't know why.
Because I just got here. It's like, oh,
I'm trying to resize it so everything fits in there good. She had a custom show, which means it's your own show. It's your show. You can do it whatever you want on your show, within reason, of course. You're on the network with all of our other shows, so all of our other shows are promoting your show. You know, it's like doing your own podcast, your own YouTube show, your own radio show, but with a network of other shows. And the benefit of that is you get all of us helping you out. We've been doing this for 14 years, you know, and you pick the show title. Like hers was Compassionate Light. Michelle has a custom show, and her show, tell him, Michelle. Michelle's Mystic Corner.
My show is Michelle's Mystic Corner.
Michelle's show is Michelle's Marvelous Mystic Corner.
Yeah, it's the second and fourth Saturdays. So you can do a weekly show every single week, like Catherine was doing. Or you can do twice a month like Maria does and Michelle does, you know, or you can even do one a month. I remember Mary used to do her rocks show, she used to do crystals once a month, you know.
There's a rock for that.
There's a rock
show.
for that. It was great. It was great. Yeah. So you can do that. You can do a custom show, or if you're not ready, you can do what Michelle here did. She popped on, like Michelle and Charlotte are doing right now, as a guest co-host on our Psychic Cafe regular everyday shows, just popping in as a guest co-host, get your feet wet. And then when you're ready to do your own custom show, you can go ahead and do it. You can do it that way, you know, or you can
write one time. I used to do that. I did that a few years ago.
Yeah, you had your own.
Remember me and you? We had a show together.
Yeah. So, you know, now we were telling them how Catherine's gone, unfortunately, but that opens up Fridays, for a custom show. Actually, we can do a custom show any day of the week, even if there's already a show on that day. It's okay. We can do it. We can make it work.
I didn't just pull a face out loud, did I?
Do what?
I didn't just pull a face. I didn't just pull a face out loud, did I?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Michelle knows what I'm talking about.
No, you didn't. You didn't pull a face.
Out loud. I didn't pull a face out loud. Okay.
Right. So let's see what's going on in the chat. I see Anetta's in there, Nilda, Dan, Sahani's back, Jasmina's back. Look at everybody in there.
Jasmine.
Michelle, I'm in there. Lots of people in the chat. On the phone lines, guys. Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle, Charlotte, the phone lines are lit up like a Christmas tree. So we're gonna go to the phone lines pretty quick here because we got a lot of phone calls. And by the way, you can call in at 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That lets us know you want to be live on air with us. Or you can join us in the chat on YouTube and you can ask your questions in chat. So yeah, if you're on the radio side, we are live streaming video on YouTube and simulcasting on radio. We are one of the only shows on all of YouTube, Blog Talk for that matter, that does this. Okay, so you may have dialed into the show, or you might be listening on one of the players out on the web somewhere, or you might be on blogtalkradio.com listening. Come join us in the YouTube chat. Half the show takes place in the chat, people chatting in the chat room there on the YouTube live.
I'm getting like feedback from something.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself twice. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Whose line that is. I don't know if it's Michelle's line. I don't know. It seems to have gone away a little bit. Oh, now it's back.
It's still there.
I don't know I'm telling you guys, the technical difficulties we've had, it's endless. This is
I wanted to say something right away so we didn't have a whole show of feedback.
Yeah. Okay, so I can test this out. Let me open the participant. Sorry, everybody listening live and watching live that you're having to deal with, us going through all these technical problems, but we're in the middle of, I think, am I right? We're in the middle of Mercury retrograde. It wreaks havoc with everything electronic. Okay, so hang on a second. I'm going to click mute on Michelle's channel. All right, Charlotte.
Yes. Okay. Talk. Tell me about the weather.
How does it sound? Sounding pretty good.
I'm not hearing it now.
It's hot today. So we know what today. It's probably Michelle's line then, which makes sense. She's having the most trouble with her electronics,
By any chance, does she have two computers on that might have sound on?
Do you have another computer that might have sound on, Michelle? Let's find out. She has to
like the computer that Dan is on in the chat.
I have my phone on, but it's muted.
Okay.
Like normal. I'm using my tablet for but everything else is shut off.
Okay. It sounds
whatever it was, it seems to have gone away.
Seems to have gone away. Yeah, so the beginning of the show got a little messed up there because, we were trying to get the YouTube studio to connect and the timing was off with the start of the radio show. We apologize for that. And of course, whenever that happens, even though we've been doing this for 14 years, it knocks our process out of whack here, and we're a little bit off telling everybody everything. So let's get back to the intro here. Basically, if you're in the YouTube, and for those of you, like I was mentioning earlier, that are listening on radio, want to join us on the YouTube, what you do is open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. That's how you get to our lives every day that we have a show, all week long. So it's psychic.cafe/live. Now, if you're already on YouTube, you can go in the search bar there and you can search The Psychic Cafe and look for our channel. Go to our channel. You'll see the live. Click on it, go in the live. But for me, it's just easier to type psychic.cafe/live. Boom. Takes you in there. You can join us in the chat. You can hang out with us in there, and you can see us. That's the most important thing, right? And the secret way to jump to the top of the list, when we have a bunch of phone calls like we do now, and lots of questions in chat, because on the YouTube channel, in the chat, you can put your questions in there as well. What you do is go to psychic.cafe/coffee and you buy us a cup of coffee. You let us know in the chat there on YouTube. And guess what? We take your question in chat or your phone call. We jump you to the top of the line. We take your call first or your question in chat first. We spend more time with you. We let you ask follow-up questions. That is the secret way to do it. Psychic.cafe/coffee. Buy us a cup of coffee, and then you'll be able to jump to the top of the list, so to speak, there. Yeah.
And we spend a little more time with you.
That's right. That's a good part of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So cards for the...
Can I just make a suggestion?
Yeah.
When you say about the phone lines, I vote that in the summer, instead of saying it's lit up like a Christmas tree, I think it should be it's lit up like the 4th of July or some fireworks.
That's a good idea.
It's lit up like a match thrown into a fireworks factory.
That would do it. So I'm going to do the cards for the show today. I got the Emperor. Of course, that symbolizes leadership, power, and authority. It's card number 4, so that's structure, right? But I also got the Devil card, fear, domination, bondage. It's basically what we're attached to, right? And you put these two together, there's a lot of different things these cards could mean, but right away, what I got was people dealing with addictions and habits, what we're attached to. Well, the structure of 4 with the Emperor, structure is also habits and ritual. So if you're trying to get rid of habits that are unwanted habits, addictions, things that are no longer serving you, replace them with something that is a positive habit, something that has structure, whether it's a ritual, a positive habit. You want to quit smoking, so you start going to the gym. Basically, I tell my hypnosis clients, habits don't really go away once they're written into the subconscious mind. We can do a good job of overriding them with hypnosis, but the best way to combat it is hypnosis along with switching to something positive. What are you going to do different? Well, okay, so instead of picking up the cigarette, I'm going to pick up the bottle of water. I'm going to replace it with the habit of drinking bottled, doesn't have to be bottled, but, drinking water. Or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to, if you things that go along with getting rid of a lot of these habits tend to be healthy changes as well. So there you go. That's what I got for my cards for this show here today, whether you're watching it now or 2 days from now in archive, or 2 weeks or 2 years, that message was for you. Michelle, do you have cards?
I do. So I got the Seven of Wands and I got Temperance. And so what I am feeling with these cards is that if you stop right now during this show and really take the time to search your own mind, you are going to find the balance that you are looking for, because there is going to be information that you have been searching for that is going to help you have the balance and be able to manifest what it is you have been searching for. I also got the Ace of Pentacles, which is saying this is now the time. Here it is. Pay attention today. And if this is in archive, this show is going to have information for you. So that's
awesome
what I
sauce. Awesome. So I'm in the chat right now, gathering some stuff. And Anita had asked, or Aneta had asked, hello, I'd like to ask a question. Okay, so Aneta, what is your question? And let us know in the chat there so I can write it down. Jasmina, I have your question about career. Suhani, I have your question. Let's see, what was the next one? Nilda, hold on a second. Nilda's question. Any messages? Any messages? Next few weeks. Next weeks.
Guys, I just have to tell you that I hardly ever, while you're looking that up, I hardly ever pull cards because for the start of the show, but today I just felt called to. And it was interesting. I have 3 different decks up, and they all basically came up with the same message, and they synchronized with what you guys got. So the first one I got was harmony. That's pretty straightforward. Bringing, trying to have as much harmony in your life as you can. And I probably need this because I've maybe said some mean things in my head and that I shouldn't have today. But just the second one is, and this is from our lovely Pamela Steele's Eternal Seeker.
Oh, cool.
Deck. And then the second one was Metatron and Sandalphon, which is a sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. This is from Kyle Gray's Divine Masters Oracle deck. And then from from the deck that I use the most, so again, that totally ties to that first card. I got the Stranger card, which is about curiosity, from the Shaman's Dream deck. And basically what this is talking about is have curiosity. Don't, just because something's different, don't shut it out. And so I just thought it was really cool that all 3 cards basically came up with the same message, and I felt like, especially Michelle's reading, I felt they tied very close, especially the one where you're saying, what you're looking for is like, it's there. You just have to look for the signs, and So anyway, it's just synchronicity is one of my if we could play a drinking game for this show, that would be the word I would pick every time, and I would end up being drunk off my butt before we were halfway through, but because anyway.
Oh my.
All right, we're back. I'm going to shut up now because you guys have had a chance to look through the chat room.
And I wrote down a lot of the questions. And then, on the phone lines, we've got a whole bunch of callers. And then I've got at least, 6, 7, 8 questions written down from the chat. We're not going to probably get to all the questions, folks. So number one, I'm going to tell you, take advantage of the coffee thing. Okay. The secret way to jump to the top of the list, because we're probably not going to get to you. Go to psychic.cafe/coffee. Buy us a cup of coffee in the chat on YouTube. So if you're on the phone lines, you got to get it in the chat on YouTube. If your question's in the chat, that's fine. But in the chat on YouTube, type in your name and say, hey, I just bought you a cup of coffee. We'll go right to your question, or call. Obviously, if you're calling in, put your name and your area code so we can get the right line, of course. That is how you want to do it. Go to the coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee. Otherwise, what I'm going to say, and hold on a second. While I'm saying this, let me grab that link and put it in the chat for everybody to make it easier. They can just click on psychic.cafe/coffee. It'll take them right over there. And in addition to that, if you don't want to do that, we will be having a show tomorrow. I think Ellie's going to be joining me. I don't know if anybody else is going to be joining me like last week. But yeah, Charlotte, Michelle, anybody that wants to join us tomorrow, we'll be doing this all over again.
I know, because we always have so much fun when there's like a lot of it.
There, it really is. It's a lot of fun.
And there's just a lot of really good energy that comes from this. I have said this many times. I sometimes I'm tempted to, if I've had a bad day or something, I'll be tempted to cancel the show, and then I decide to do it, and that always brings my energy back up, and I feel like I'm I can go for the week again. So
good, yeah.
I use this show. I'm a user. I'm a user, people. I use this show.
She's a junkie for the energy of the show. Look at that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when we have multiple people. In fact, I wanted to mention real quick, this coming Saturday, it's like this show on this coming Saturday is going to be like the show a couple weeks ago, where it's Dax and friends. I've invited everybody. Dr. Rose said she couldn't make it last time. She said she's going to make it this time. I hope she makes it. And I've invited everybody. So any of you that want to come on, I forget who was all on. I know Maria and Charlotte and you, Michelle, I think.
Yeah, I think, there was
It was four of us. Yeah. I'm hoping that I want to have some shows with like 6 of us.
Yes.
That'd be so cool.
That would be insanely fun.
And I want to say hi to Julia. Northern Lights, you don't have to repeat your question. I already got your question.
Hi, Julia.
Yeah, and then Julia came in. So hi, Julia. Let's go to the phone lines and see who's been waiting the longest. Looks like area code 509. Caller, are you there? 509. Hello.
This usually happens at the last of the show, not the first of the show.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to pull out. I wanted to real quick, guys. I wanted to point out we're having all of these technical difficulties, but Blog Talk's actually working. I don't get it. We're having all these technical problems, and it's not just one thing. It's like, the stuff with Michelle, and it's like endless, the video and the start of the show and the studio connecting, and it's endless. But Blog Talk is actually working, and people are actually able to call in. It's unbelievable. Yep. Okay.
509 is in the chat room.
Okay.
509 is Google account and said, first caller, I don't believe I was unmuted.
No, you are unmuted right now. Actually, you're just not talking. Or you're muted on your end.
Yeah, have they unmuted themselves?
Yeah, have you unmuted yourself, hon? So the person in chat is Google account, whatever that is. Okay, I don't know what's going on with your phone line, hon, but we can't hear you again. Technical problems, right? I'm going to put you back on hold 509. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to unmute you a second time. Let's see if this works. Okay, hold on. It's circling. Okay, there we go. 509, are you there? Hello? Okay, let me double check something here. Let's make sure that Blog Talk is connected to our Zoom. Something might have happened. Participants, radio switchboard. Uh-oh. Oh, something's wrong with that. It's muted. Oh, that's what's going on. There's something wrong with the connection, like it's muted, and I have no clue how you unmute it from. It's weird because I didn't mute the radio switchboard. I muted Michelle's line. Okay, so this is what we're going to have to do, folks. Let me put 509 back on hold. And what we're going to have to do is, unfortunately, we're going to have to call back in to Zoom. So give me just a second here to see if there's a way I can, let's see, we want to end not the host.
Before you do that, can you just hurry and like write down the area codes so when they call back in, they're in the same order?
No, we're not. No, it's just our connection, hon. Has nothing to do with the switchboard. The switchboard is Blog Talk. It's separate. They're not going anywhere.
Oh, you're not gonna disconnect from.
No, but they're not hearing.
Okay.
They're not hearing us right now. I've got to dial back in. Give me a second. Hold on here. Add. We're gonna call back into Zoom.
Yeah, that's my bad because I don't know how the
yeah.
Blog
No,
Talk
nothing's
works.
happening on their end. Okay, okay, we got to do the meeting ID. This is the wonders of technology, people. And now you can see our shows are raw. 767. All righty, and we are merged again. Let's take a look here and see if there's any. We're gonna have to do a lot of editing on this show. It looks like the line is now working, so let's try to bring on. So everybody on the radio side of things. Oh gosh, damn it, we lost like half our callers. I'm sorry, guys. Call back in, folks. We did not hang up on you. We just had to redial in to the Zoom call. Okay. And now we are back on here. And that's really sad because 509 called back in. So they're back. 3 of the phone calls stayed, but all the other phone calls, they all dropped off because when I had to hang up on Zoom, remember, I didn't hang up on Blog Talk. Blog Talk still was working and everything, but because I hung up, they didn't hear us talking, so they thought the show went away or something. So unfortunately, we lost a whole bunch of our callers, but we are back connected. Let's see if we can bring 509 on. Hello, caller, are you there?
Hello?
509.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name,
Yes.
hon?
Can you hear me? Oh, yay. Oh, my gosh. My name is Erica.
Where are you calling in
Hello?
from, Erica?
I'm calling from Washington, and I think maybe people dropped off because there was like a noise. Like it was like
Oh,
that. That's all it kept saying, like hearing.
that's
So,
strange. Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll call in again.
Yep. We're all back running again.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So what do you want to talk to us about? What's your question?
I'm currently single, and I was just wondering if you see somebody, like a new boyfriend coming about. And what you're able to pick up on him.
Okay. Who's got something on that? Ooh, I'm hearing myself again, Charlotte.
Oh,
Yep, I am too.
Okay.
did
It's
you draw, Charlotte, or did you?
I did. I am terrible at these, and I didn't grab my. I didn't grab my pendulum.
So
I
I'm
can
looking
do
for
it.
my pendulum.
I drew some cards, and
I can do it if you want me to do it, because I do these kind a lot. But go ahead if you've got something, Michelle.
so the first I got the tree and the gamble card. So I feel like right now is the time for you to take a risk and start setting down some roots at the same time. And so what you need to do is put yourself out there a little bit more in the sense of becoming more balanced. I feel like I'm repeating myself with being balanced. Um, because I got the mature woman and the child. And so the person coming in is going to be someone that is going to complement you once you are a balanced person. Okay. So he is bound to have been through some dark places. He's bound to have gone through a lot of misunderstandings. That's how he is going to know he is balanced and that he is looking for someone like him. Okay, so he's going to know who he is. He is going to be set in his ways. He is going to be determined. Okay, and he's going to be balanced. Again, set in his ways. He's going to know what he wants, when he wants it. And that's what you have to do. You have to know what you want, when you want it, how you want it. Because you might meet this person, but if you are not both childlike and adult-like, in that balanced state, you're going to miss him. Okay? So that's what I have for you. And I hope that
Awesome. Thank you.
My pendulum really fast. That my pendulum said, I just asked, is she going to find a boyfriend within the month? And it said yes. So not only is it yes for the boyfriend, I've given you a time.
nice.
Yeah, I just got to tell you, Erica, because trying to speed things up on these shows, I try to cycle through all the readers, and so I don't normally pull cards each time, but I just had to on this one, and I got the Lover's card, followed by Seven of Swords, followed by the Ace of Cups, a new romance coming in, followed by the Knight of Wands. Literally the guy shows up, the Knight of Wands, and it's wands. That's the fire signs. It might be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but not necessarily. Okay. And he's a contemporary. He's either the same age as you, or just, has, adolescent kind of outlook on things kind of thing. He might be chronologically younger, might be the same age, might even be older, but he's got a youthful outlook on things. Not quite as much as a Page, but still, the Knights. Anyway, so it looks really good. You can't get better than in a love reading, the Lover's card, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands. But we did get that. We did get that Seven of Wands. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, that Seven of Swords. Okay, and I'm telling you, tonight is so messed up. When I say technical issues, it's not just electronics, folks. It's our wiring in our brains too. I've been having trouble all day, remembering the simplest words for things. And I thought I was like in a brain fog or something. Like I remember went and picked up dinner and went to Taco Bell, and I couldn't remember the word shredded cheese.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I could remember cheese, but I could not remember the word shredded for the life of me. Anyway,
Do you know where else that comes from? Is from those the solar flares.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that. I think whatever's affecting all the other things is the same thing, and I don't think solar flares has anything to do with the type of electronics in our shows.
Oh, no, I meant like brain fog and stuff
yeah,
like
I know, but I'm just saying, yes, that can be. What I'm saying, Charlotte, is I'm saying I don't think that is what it was with me. I think whatever's going on today is affecting everybody and everything. So, but let me finish up here. Now that we've, completely, confused Erica. The only weird card was this Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords are thoughts and ideas. And in the card, they're trying to get away with all of these swords off of this battlefield where a battle has taken place and is over. And, they're trying to get away with all these swords and things like that. Too many thoughts and ideas. The feeling I'm getting from this is it's just a hint from the cards that you are overthinking a lot of this, and that I'm actually saying kind of the opposite of what Michelle was saying. I think you're overdoing it. I think you're trying everything. I think you need to get more focused, especially with the Ace of Cups being here. Get more focused in your efforts, meeting this Knight of Wands. And I don't know what, I don't know your life. I don't know what that means, but I just thought I'd let you know that that's what's coming up in the cards for me.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks for the call, Erica. She's
Thank
in
you.
one of my favorite places, Washington. I love Washington. I lived in Seattle for quite a few years. Love Seattle. Let's see if we can get another phone call on here. I think area code 773 is going to be next. Are you there, 773?
I am.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Elizabeth from Chicago.
Chicago.
How are you today?
I'm hanging in there. I'm calling about my cat that passed away about a month ago.
It's a Charlotte call.
It is a Charlotte call.
that. Did she say her pet or her parents?
Her cat?
Her cat.
Oh, yeah. I was having kind of a hard time hearing, and I heard parents, and I'm like, oh, but in the same way about her cat. Okay, so your cat passed away a month ago, and what's your kitty? What was your kitty's name?
Meow Meow.
I have just been bombarded with like somebody just hit me with a giant puffball of love.
Yes.
Meow Meow. I'm kind of getting tinglies, and he's just like, oh, I'm so happy to get a chance to tell her how much love was between us. And he doesn't want you to, like all pets, they don't want us. They understand that we miss them, but they don't want us to be they don't want us to live in that state. They want us to live in the state of all the happy times and all the good times and of the absolute knowing that we'll be back together again. Because I got a whole tribe of them on the other side waiting for me. In fact, I think about 10 of them I can feel them in like a half circle behind me. I don't know who all was here with me, but as soon as I said that, they all just kind of popped in. And
Oh,
I think Meow Meow's with them.
he's still here. I'm seeing him here. My other cats are chasing things that I can't see. He's still here.
Yeah. And that is I'm not surprised because but what he wants to tell you is that he loved you. He still loves you. He knows that you loved him and that, like I just said, you guys will be back together again, not just one on this side of the veil and one on the other side. You'll both be together as a happy family again.
That's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Because I just feel like
Wow.
I feel like my dogs are sitting in like this kind of this half circle behind me, and Meow Meow's like, and I've got dogs, cats, you name it, I've got them on the other side. But um, but Meow Meow's kind of got the place of honor, and he's just like, yeah, just tell her I love her. Tell her I love her. Tell her how much I love her. And that's what I love about doing animal communication is I'm not kidding that the amount of love that comes through on those connections is humbling. It's
Unreal.
overwhelming. It's
Yeah.
just so amazing. And that's exactly what I'm getting for you as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And he died he put his paw out to me, and I held him, and
wow.
that was it. He knew, and he reached out for me, and I held him even after he passed. And it was just the most amazing, peaceful thing. He had so bravely. I couldn't believe it. He was harmed by a vet. He shouldn't have passed. He was hurt.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the thing that I know that I've learned from talking to animals and also from like every other animal communicator that I've ever talked to, the animals, they have such a different they see the big picture. They know the circle of life. They, their vision that they look at death, they're not afraid of death. And they're sent to us or to Earth because Lord knows, I mean, because I've taken in dogs that have belonged to several different people. But they're sent with a lesson, and as soon as they've provided that lesson, then they can go at any time, and then they just go on and do their next job. And it's sometimes that makes it easier, sometimes it just doesn't make a hill of beans a difference to me. I'm still just bawling my eyes out because we miss having them actually sitting in our laps, physically being able to touch them and run our fingers through their fur. But just know that he's fine, he's happy, and that he had a happy life.
Thanks for the call, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
All righty.
So much love, my dear. Oh my goodness, so much
Yeah.
love from me as well as meow meow.
Yeah, so oh, another one dropped off. Okay, so we lost about 5 callers and then another call just now. So I want to let everybody know the phone lines are wide open. This is a great time to call in because we need to switch and take some of the chat questions. So 714-816-4628. This is the time to call in and get that slot. Who's been waiting along? When we come back to phone lines, it's going to be 559-347. Anyway, so folks, call in 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, remember to press 1 on your dial pad. And again, if you don't want to wait, you just go to the coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee, and grab us a cup of coffee. Let us know in the chat on YouTube. Give us your area code, or let us know if you put your question in chat. We'll jump to your question. Okay, I'm getting feedback again.
Yep. I can hear it too.
Yeah, Michelle. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is try muting when you're not talking and see if that helps. I don't know. That might help. Let's go back over to the chat. Lots of stuff going on. We had Aneta, Suhani, Jasmina, Northern Light came in, Julia, Pat, T-Lin, T-Lin had said just north of Seattle. So there we go. Another Washington connection. That is so cool. Lots of really cool questions in here, and not all of them are personal questions. There's some, stuff about psychic stuff questions, which is really cool. So Jasmina was first up. She wanted something general about career. So who wants to pull a card on that?
I can.
Charlotte's going to pull a card on that. Meanwhile, Michelle, you get ready. Suhani wants to know who's coming towards me and what's their intention.
Ooh.
Interesting one. Yeah. So whenever you're ready.
This is a cool card for your thing, because I just asked what you needed to know about your career, and the card that came up was Crown Games, and it's the right use of power. And so it's all about leadership, responsibility, accountability, and so it's just, saying, make sure you know what your own goals are. If you're struggling in your job, to ask for guidance, not just at your job, but ask the universe for some help, and also I think the intuition part that's coming in now is also saying have self-confidence, because I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit for the things you can do and for what you bring to the job. And as soon as you start acknowledging that within yourself, it'll start being acknowledged in your job. So I hope that helped.
Yes. And let's see. Michelle, okay, so that one was Jasmina, and then you got Suhani's.
I do. So there is a gentleman coming towards you with some sort of secret information, some sort of hidden knowledge. I have the man and the book. Be on the lookout for some sort of written communication. It may seem, because I got the letter, but we also got the birds. it may seem almost gossipy or chattery maybe, but it's whatever this information is that he has for you, it's gonna make you want to, I got the anchor card, it's gonna make you want to set in place something. This information he has is going to make you want to set something in place
Cool.
with the anchor card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm getting. So you want to start something, or there's something coming for you, some sort of information.
That's cool.
Awesome. I just pulled cards for Annetta's question. Nilda's question was any messages about the next few weeks, and Julia's is a general. Who wants to take which?
Either one.
I can do the next few weeks.
Okay, so that's Nilda. Michelle, you want to pull a card or two for Julia?
Absolutely.
For a general, and I'm gonna do Anita's, and I'm gonna do Northern Lights. And the reason why is these are some of the questions that you don't normally want to answer. So, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So Anita's, I shouldn't say Anita, it's Aneta, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if the E is long or not. Will the man, and I'm paraphrasing her because I don't remember exactly what she said. I'm trying to read my own handwriting. I was trying to write really fast. Man from the past. Oh, can you mute Michelle?
Yep.
Let's see. Is that her line doing the feedback? Yeah, the feedback went away. So it's something about your setup this time, Michelle. Man from the past, will he make his way towards me? And at first I was going to say no. I mean, I got the death card and the 8 of Cups, but then I pulled more cards and I got all yes cards, including the Sun, which you can't, I can't beat that. But so what I really think is going on here is the death card is saying that, one chapter is completely over and a new one is beginning. 8 of Cups, there's something especially emotional, that some baggage that you need to let go of to move forward with this. And then I got the 10 of Wands. I think, I saw this and I was literally seeing him coming back to you with that. Okay. So there you go. So that was, who was that? That was Aneta. Looks good. And then I'm going to pull some cards for Northern Light. Nilda's was next though, so we'll go ahead and let Charlotte do any messages for the next few weeks, and then I'll do Northern Lights. And then
okay. So I love it when this happens, but this card popped up again. I buried it and I shuffled, and you got the crown games again, the right use of power. So what's coming up for you is, again, I feel is like asserting your self-confidence, and because that's going to help you with whatever is coming your way. The next one that came up is in the hand. The universe is your partner, and this is like a hand, like it's got a golden heart in it. I love this card, but it's saying, whatever you're looking for, just basically ask for it, reach out and ask for it. Sometimes you have to slow down a little bit and give things a chance to cycle in. And like Michelle's messages today, a lot of them have been pay attention to any, kind of signals and signs that might be showing up. And that's kind of what this card is saying as well. And then the next one is, I think this is like, I love this card, the Sky Bridge. And this is a possibility for a union. So it's like, if you're trying to put something together, the next few weeks, there's a really good chance for it. You know, ask for it. You know, use your self-confidence, ask for it, and the possibility for that to happen is right there. That's what I see happening in the next few weeks.
Okay. Okay. So I hope that helped you out, Nilda. Suhani has an interesting question for all of us. And T-Lin has a question for, well, a Charlotte question. We'll get to that in a minute. Northern Lights was, will Namisha and Smeet break up? And I got the Magician card followed by Judgment and the Hermit. I think it's a big, I didn't even pull all 5 cards. I just went, yeah, these are all major arcana cards, all big fat yeses. And especially with the Judgment card there, yeah, I'm going to go and say they're probably going to break up. Yeah. And then you want to do Julia's general, Michelle, before we go to Sahani's?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So for Julia, and she asked for general reading, I got the fish and the magnifying glass. So this is talking about resources. I think you need to look really closely at what you have available to you. Now, this could be financial, this could be emotional, this could be spiritual, but I also got the labyrinth card. I call it the labyrinth card, but that's because that's my favorite movie. And this is a labyrinth. This is my maze. And it is saying you are trapped. You are feeling trapped. So you need to pull yourself out of that and use the resources you have. You have friends, you have therapists, you have all sorts of things. Look into the magnifying glass, take the time, and then you will be able to feel the whole person you are meant to be. And that's the whole woman card. Okay? So I hope that resonates with you.
There you go, Julia. So Sahani had a reading question, but she had a question too. How do you tell the difference between intuition telling you something versus ego?
I love that question.
Isn't that a great question?
You know, that really is.
What do you guys say to that?
That is a question that I actually have personally asked Kyle Gray himself.
Oh, cool. What Kyle say about that?
I mean, and it wasn't just like in a chat. I mean, it was like Hay House used to do phone shows every day, every week. But his you always have to say, if you start questioning yourself, you just have to say, ego, thanks for the input, but we got this. It's the intuition, you'll know. I mean, that was his basic thing, is like, just don't even, quit worrying. If you worry about ego too much, then probably is going to be that. But it's none of us really give ourselves enough credit for things being intuition rather than ego. And I know with my intuition, a lot of times when I'm doing readings here, when I pull cards, I'll tell you what the card says and what it's meaning, and then I'll get, you heard me say, oh, and then, and then I'll get a big intuitive hit, and you'll feel it, and it'll just feel like an idea popping into your head. And you just have to trust that that is your intuition and not your ego.
Right.
You just have to put that, you just have to just say, ego, thanks for showing up, but we don't need you. You're out the door, and go with what,
Hmm.
with what has come into your, what has come into your brain, into your heart, and go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have any magic techniques that I use or anything like that. It just comes down to doing thousands of readings, and you can tell whether it's you analytically analyzing something versus intuition coming in. You just learn it by doing it over and over again. Now, there is ways to make, that some people do anyway, that could make it, a little more conducive to it being proper intuition versus you analyzing. One thing is just creating sacred space, that every time you do readings, whether you're doing free readings like this on a podcast or something, or you're doing a teleconference with a client one-on-one, or going to meet them somewhere, set up your sacred space, however that is that you do that. And we've done many workshops and things. You can find it in archive here on the YouTube channel on creating sacred space. We've done many shows where various hosts have put their 2 cents in, on that. Maybe we should do another one, and specifically a workshop talking about knowing the difference between intuition.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that we can really describe super quick and easy here on the radio in 2 minutes. But
Right.
if we did a little, 20-minute workshop with, say, Pamela and Ellie there, and all the three of us, and Corby and whoever else can come, and do a little workshop where we all workshop that, how does it feel different? And because that's the thing, it feels different. But now me as a reader, having done this for several decades, 10,000 readings, trying to explain that to somebody, I don't even do that in my course. Maybe I should add that into the course, but I don't even do that in my course, because how to describe that? It's a feeling, and it's different from one reader to another reader, but I can tell when, because I do have a very analytical, logical type mind. In fact, people that know me from before tarot, if they were to find out, or the ones that have found out that I do, tarot and numerology and this kind of thing now, esoteric things, the last few decades, they'd be really, and the ones that know are very shocked, because I don't have that artistic right mind kind of thing. I'm very left brain analytical. But when I'm sitting here doing a reading and information comes in, I can feel the difference. There's like a feeling, and I can tell whether what enters my head to tell the client, whether that is a judgment of mine or something from my own knowledge base. I can tell. It's like, oh, no, that's what I would do. And that's information from my knowledge base. That is not intuition. See, I can pick that out. Also, however, on the other side of things, if you do it right, and you set up sacred space, and you're reading for somebody and you're zoned in on that, that's all that's going to come through, and you just have to trust yourself that it's your intuition.
Yeah, your intent on how you ask the question, plays a lot in how.
A lot of it has to do with setting the intention, and that's creating sacred space. That's what I mean by creating sacred space. I mean,
Yeah.
You don't have to get out your crystals and your candles and do incense and smudge and all that. You sit down at a coffee shop and your clients come in. You just, take a couple deep breaths, and you, in your mind, not, you got a coffee shop, you're surrounded by people. You don't go, I set the intention that, I bring in the ancestors and the ghost spirits and the angels and no, you don't do that. See, I don't do much in-person readings anymore. Most of it is for friends and folks that I know, like through my veteran service organizations. I'm out at one of the posts or something, and they ask me to pull the cards out, that kind of thing. I don't do like a lot like I did when I was living in Seattle 20 years ago. Seattle, San Francisco, and San Diego, 20 years ago. It was all in coffee shops, everything, because I was a big coffee shop person. I owned and ran coffee shops. I ran them for other people. I owned them myself. And that's why we're Psychic Cafe. I wanted to reconnect to that, coffee shop kind of thing. I admit to being a Java junkie. And it was always in coffee shops, and I sitting at a little table in a coffee shop. That's why I had, those of you that have listened to my workshop on Tarot Squared, the whole reason why I created that spread was so it would fit on a coffee table about this big in a coffee shop. It was practicality. Okay. Same thing with setting intention. You sit down and in your own mind, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. You set the intention for the reading. You don't have to be sitting there. Can you see somebody walk in Starbucks and they're smudging and calling in the spirits and the angels? And, you don't have to do that. You can do it all in your head, and I really think that is the main.
It would be really fun though.
Yeah. Everybody else would love it. And you get a lot of people coming over getting readings from you probably.
Yeah.
If you didn't set off the fire alarm.
If you don't set off the fire alarm, I may have to do that. Casey just came in. Hi, Casey. Shelly Rain. Shelly. Sahani says, I'm seeing if she's okay. Okay, Michelle, look that up. All righty. And then I think Shelly has a question right down that I gotta look that up. Shelly, we're gonna see if there's I think a couple of phone lines. Calls on the phone line. Oh, Pat has a question. Will my friend from Florida ever come back to Illinois? So this is what I got. I got the Three of Swords. She's not very happy. That's not looking too good there. Page of Cups. That's another no. King of Pentacles. That's another no. I don't think, and if this is somebody that you had or may want to go back to a romance with or something, I think that's why the King of Pentacles is showing up. He's showing up as the Page of Cups, the guy in Florida, but there's somebody else. King of Pentacles, and they're ready to. I think he's like right there, ready to come in. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I hope that helped you out. Oh, Lunar Love and Light came in. Hi. And then we're going to go back. Let's go back to the phone lines. Before we do that real quick, Maria had a message that I promised to play because her show's on hiatus till fall, the Angelic View. But in between, you can contact her at psychic.cafe/angels and message her there, ask her anything about connecting with the angels, and then a quick message from her.
Have you ever felt a divine presence and wished you could communicate more clearly with angels? Do you want to learn how to bring angelic wisdom and healing into your personal and professional life? Are you looking for a way to enhance your spiritual practice and connect with like-minded individuals? You're invited to a free preview of the Certified Angel Practitioner course. Enjoy lifetime access, structured lessons, personalized feedback, and flexible payment plans. Plus, you can become certified through the International Association of Angel Practitioners. Our supportive community and easy-to-follow program format will help you overcome challenges like lack of confidence, inconsistent connections, fear of judgment, and information overload. Make new friends and network with other spiritual entrepreneurs. Don't miss out. Visit mariagmoss.com for more details and a free preview of this transformative course. Enroll today and start your journey to becoming a certified angel practitioner.
Awesome. And I put the link here in the chat, psychic.cafe/CAP course. We call it the CAP course, Certified Angel Practitioner course. And that'll take you right over there. It's a lot easier than spelling out Moss, Maria Moss and everything. Here it is, psychic.cafe/CAP course. And I just put it in the chat for everybody. All righty. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Who's been waiting the longest? It looks like 559. Caller 559. Have you been waiting?
Hello.
What's your name, hon? Where are you calling from?
Hi. Yes, Melissa from Fresno, California.
Melissa.
Marissa.
And sorry you guys
Marissa.
have problems. Hi.
It's that
My question is
Mercury
about
retrograde.
love.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When will I find love again?
All righty. Who wants to take that one?
I'm
that-
terrible at those kind of questions.
Michelle, you've been elected.
All right.
While Michelle's doing that, I'll be asking my pendulum. I'll be narrowing it down.
Okay. So when will you find love again? Okay.
Yes.
So it looks like you have a bridge to cross before you find love. And with this card, it boils down to an 11, okay, which that can go to, I don't say a year, because it's a year is further than the 11. So it's inside of a year's timing, okay? And then, but I also got the movement card. I got the stork. So it is happening, and that is only an 8. So I see this happening within a few months, okay? I'm going to say 3 months, maybe you will start seeing someone moving into your life. Now is the time to start hanging out in places that you would normally not go to. You know, if you would not normally go to a bookstore, go to a bookstore. If you would normally not go miniature golfing, maybe it's time to start learning to take up miniature golfing. Expand your horizons, okay? Because we also got the well card. And your well is full if you dig deep enough. But you got to dig, and that means you got to expand yourself. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Thanks for the call.
Pendulum said 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah, 3 to 5 months. Yep.
Mm.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I like the 5 months. That feels right.
By the way, that reminded me when I was doing the CAP course about my course, which is on sale for half price. In fact, everything's on sale for half price. Our sizzling summer sale, you can join the guild for $39 for the whole year and get all of the benefits. If you're on our website, psychic.cafe, click on the guild and it'll explain. There's a bullet point there. There's bullet points there with like all the stuff that you get. I'm not going to read it all off tonight, but psychic.cafe/summer. And also my readings are half price as well. Certification is $69. I have 3 people signing up already for either getting their first level of certification, or some of them are getting higher levels of certification because it's half price right now. Instead of $138, it's $69 a level. And then if you're not a member yet, you can get certification and membership for $99. That is even cheaper than half off. Yes. And like I said, my course, Tarot by the Numbers, $149. But you can get my course, your membership, and certification for $199, and that's a lot less than half off. My readings and coaching sessions are $49 right now, normally $99.99, but they're $49 right now. So go over to psychic.cafe/summer. Before we take our next phone call, there was a question from Shelly, looking for a traditional publisher for my newest book. Yay! Any timeline on this? Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. Oh, let's see. It's looking really good. I got 4 major arcana cards and only 1 minor arcana that's a odd number, so that's saying 4 big fat yeses and 1 minor no. It's looking really, really good, but it's not super clear yet. Got the moon card. Now, of course, that's obvious, because you haven't got the publisher yet. But it's just coming up saying, hey, things are not super clear. Okay. This is another factor, is the central focus card is that 5 of Swords I was talking about. Swords are thoughts and ideas. You may have too many inquiries into too many publishers. I just got the feeling like the universe wants you to focus more. I got the 4 of Cups. So, now, and I was funny. I was going to say, narrow it down to like 3 or 4 out of dozens of publishers. And look, there's 3 cups on the bank there. She's not happy with those options, but there's a 4th option up here in the tree. So maybe there's a place you have not submitted to yet. Then what I get is the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, turning in your favor. The very last card is the timing card. This is the Tower card. It might require a shift in foundations to get this publishing going here, but it's card 16. Okay. So I'm getting 16 weeks to 7 weeks, because 16 reduces to 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. You know what the feeling I'm getting? I'm getting beginning of the year vibes, because that's right about this timing. I'm thinking, September. See, I have to count on my little toes here. September, October, November, December. And then we're into January, and 16 weeks, 4 months. That kind of takes us right into there. Yeah. I'm thinking beginning of the year, Shelly. Good luck on that. And you got to send us a copy of your book.
Yes.
If it even vaguely fits into our genre, we'd be happy to interview you. That would be a lot of fun. Yes. Let's see. Casey came in. Will everything work out? And then Krista came in. I think Krista was our regular Krista, right? That Krista.
Yeah,
do you want to pull a card, Charlotte, for Casey? See what comes up?
What was Casey's question?
Well, it's kind of a general, but Casey asked, will everything work out? Which is, like a yes, no. You could do your pendulum, but I was thinking just pull a card and see what you get. I think would be better, but that's up to you.
Actually, I was just monkeying around, pulling cards as you do while the other person is reading, and I actually got the perfect card for that, and it's called the Jeweled Web, and it's about connectivity, and it's about not setting you know, the universe is big, it's vast, it's huge, and um a lot of times when we ask questions, and this happens like for us readers a lot, people will ask for a reading and then they want a specific, they already know what answer they want already. And so then when we give them something different, sometimes they're not happy about it, or they're not willing to accept it. And that's kind of what this is saying, is be really open-minded about whatever it is, because you never know if you leave yourself open to that kind of landing space, who knows what kind of, and the way this describes it is, instead of landing at a particular destination, you might discover a shimmering web of jewels that you didn't even know existed. And that's what I love about this card, is that it's like, you, when you give up some of the control that you're trying to, you know, we're all control freaks in some way, but when you give up a little bit of that control, you never know where you're going to land. But usually the universe helps you land in where you need to be. So that is what I got for that.
Terrific. Terrific, terrific. Oh, speaking of sales, our own Michelle has a back to school sale, $40 readings. Go over to psychic.cafe/Michelle and send her a message. If you're not, a member on the website yet, you have to sign up on the website to send a message, but it's free. It's like joining Facebook. Then go, after you sign up and you're logged in, go over to psychic.cafe/Michelle. You'll see the little icon there. It looks like an envelope for chat and messages. Just click on that. If she's on there right then, she'll message right back. If she's not, she'll get a private message and she'll get an email that you sent a message. So I just want to let you know the next show is tomorrow with Ellie and, Charlotte, Michelle, whoever wants to come in tomorrow.
Yay, absolutely.
And then Saturday is my Dax and Friends show. So I'm hoping that a bunch of our hosts will pop in for that. It would be great. You guys, if you're available, come and hang out.
Yeah.
I don't know if Maria is going to be able to make it, but I'm hoping to get other people. I know Dr. Rose RSVP that
90 seconds.
Uh-oh, the show's ending.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I've been, instead of programming the timer for 120 minutes, I've been programming it for 90 to kind of force us to speed the shows up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what's coming up on the network. And let's see here. There was a question from...
Oh, yay.
60 seconds.
Krista.
Oh, yeah, Krista said she's going to join with
Woohoo.
tomorrow. Yay. And then
We're so excited.
I know, me too. Yeah. Can I get a reading? I saw a spirit's face pop out of my cap or something. I'm not quite
For
getting.
CPAP.
Oh, her CPAP. Oh, you mean like the CPAP machine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking something completely different. And I grabbed the face and threw it backwards. I was told by mediums that she's a real spirit. Any information, what her message is? Does anybody want to pull cards on that?
So I pulled some cards already.
Nice.
On that.
Okay.
And
10 seconds.
Here's what I have for you right now. Okay. I have that you have a gift to share with the world. Okay. You are that gift. But right now, you have some misunderstandings. You need to clear some things up. Once you do that, okay, because that's the gift card, this is the clouds. Once you do that, You may have some obstacles to overcome with the mountain, but that's okay because at the very bottom is that little guy here, and they are good climbers, right? So you have to become this guy. Not a biggie. And then once you climb that, you will have the ability to get through this labyrinth and share your gift with the world. Even if the world is only one person,
Wow.
but you are the gift.
That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So
Hope that
blessings
helps out.
to you.
Yeah, and welcome to the membership. We're glad to have you. And maybe you'll join us on these shows. I don't know if you're joining to take advantage of the other benefits, you know, the workshops and everything, or the twice monthly mentoring, the Q&As and discussions, all the things we do in the membership, or if you're going to get certified and you maybe even want to come on these shows. Let's see.
Absolutely.
We have time for one more phone call. And remember, like I said, if we don't get to your phone call today or your question, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yay.
That's right. And Saturday. Maybe even Friday, because we know the Friday shows are gone. And so we're going to fill in. Yeah. Let's see. Area code 347's been waiting the longest. Caller, are you there? 347.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for taking my call. My name's Tanika.
Hi, Tanika.
Hi.
So what's your question for us?
Yeah, I just have a little question. I would like a partner. I don't date often, but when I do, it's in the hopes of meeting someone that I'll settle down with. Like, I really want true love, marriage, all of that. So recently I've been sort of seeing someone. His name is Andrew. And I'm just wanting to know if you see any kind of future with us, or if he and I are really not going to go anywhere, if you don't see us going anywhere as far as love.
Aha. Who wants to do that one?
And if you see someone else or not.
I'm gonna leave that up to you or Michelle, because I'm, as I've said many times tonight, I'm terrible at those readings.
Okay, so here's what I have for you. Okay.
It's okay, Charlotte. I've got a different question for you in a minute.
Oh no.
Okay, so you are seeing someone, but the first card I got is the ship. So there is some movement happening. I don't know if there is travel involved. Okay, but the next card I got is the compass. So now is the time to focus. Is this relationship you're in, is this going to go any further? The next card I got is the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords is a very stable person. So your partner that you're looking for is going to be a very stable person. I don't know if that's necessarily the same person you're with now, but I do see in the love department that there is somebody, and it is somebody very strong, and they are going to be there for you without the thought of movement and travel. So that's what I have for you.
Cool. All righty. Hope that helped you out, Tanika. I didn't hear her. I don't know if she disappeared or what. Maybe you scared her, Michelle. I don't know.
Michelle, how dare you scare Tanika?
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
No.
I actually thought it was a really nice reading.
Yeah. And we got an interesting question for Charlotte from T-Lyn. Before that, though, let me just do this last question really quickly. This could be the last question. This is Natasha had come in, at the end here. And will I get an online teaching job? Big fat yes. It's real easy. 6 of Wands, literally the success card, is the first card that popped up. Okay. In fact, it could lead to something really good. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is real fortune. This is familial wealth, legacy. Okay. And I want you to branch out, not just, an online teaching job. Okay. Yeah, do that. But look at how you can then spin off that with your own business. You should be doing your own business where you take your knowledge and skills and abilities and you put it out in the marketplace, and you educate or solve a big problem. Do some coaching. Teaching could be a lot of things online. It's not just classroom teaching 101 or one-on-one, or teaching, a group of people. It can be writing a book, doing a podcast, doing a YouTube channel. Everything that we're doing, is teaching. Okay. So, but I really think, start off with a quote unquote teaching job, but you need to get out of the muggle, get out of the job. You need to be the entrepreneur. The 5 of Cups came up. That was one of the only negative cards. It's like the crying over spilt milk card. Maybe you've tried this, or you're stuck or whatever, and you're feeling like this. All you have to do is turn around. There's 2 upright cups back here, and then it'll lead you over the bridge, over the river of life to your goal on the other side. You can do this. Okay. Temperance is talking about the marrying of opposites. It's balance. Okay. The central focus card, the card right in the middle, is the Knight of Swords. That is grabbing one thought or idea and running with it. Okay. But overall, it's a big fat yes. You're going to get the teaching job. So T. Lynn, earlier on when we were talking about the pets, Charlotte, she had said, why do pets isolate themselves when they're about to pass? So apparently hers was ill and wandered off, and I don't think she said what. For some reason, cat is what I felt. Wandered off, and then a neighbor found the animal like weeks later. And so her question was, why did they do that? Like isolate themselves when they know they're going to pass, I guess. They know they're going to pass, I guess.
Wow. Well, I mean, not all animals do that. Just, to clarify with that, but I think a lot of them know how heartbroken we're going to be at the moment of their passing, and so they're trying to spare us that moment of absolute grief.
That's what I was thinking.
That's that, and I think also, I mean, above and beyond that, there can be a little bit of, like, with like her cat or animal. I'm not sure. Did she say what it was?
No, not yet, but
anyway,
I felt like it was a cat.
With that happening, I almost feel like there was a little bit of maybe dementia going on there, that it wandered off and then just didn't make it back home in time. That's what I'm getting for that particular reason. But there's not just one reason why they do that, but I do know that I think they're trying to save us some pain and grief. And and for them it might be a very, very private thing also for themselves, which animals are hardly, I mean, they're never selfish. They're never selfish, with their human, with each other and their food dish maybe, but um that's, oh, just got a dragonfly just came in. Uh anyway, that's what I'm thinking.
There
But
we go.
I do feel like there might have been with hers, I think there might have been a little bit of dementia
Mm.
going on there that um
Oh,
just
I,
didn't make it home.
I noticed Michelle has earbuds now. I didn't.
Yes, you haven't been hearing any feedback.
Yeah, see, that's why headphones are so, like when we were doing radio, I had a big headset on with a boom mic and everything the entire time because it isolated the sound.
Yep.
You never got feedback. I had a big headset and the microphone was noise canceling. It worked so good because it was right there at your mouth and it didn't pick up everything else. Oh, great
Yeah,
idea.
I took these in a little bit ago, and
So
yeah,
now we know what to do to solve
yes.
you. Just put in your earbuds. Oh, and T-Lyn was the one that came up with that question. She also had another interesting observation. Back when we were talking with the Krista thing, spirits popping out of her CPAP, which no one has ever heard of before. But she said, T-Lyn said, interesting considering spirits are they supposedly live on the breath. CPAP. Interesting. That's a very interesting synchronicity. Never thought of that.
I've never heard that. I've never heard spirits live on the breath.
I,
Interesting.
I've not heard that either, but that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of stuff I haven't heard.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of those, like, was it that Saturday that we did that thing that we had? Like, didn't we get 2 or 3 different things that none of us had ever heard of, and we're like,
Wow.
don't even know. Remember, like, decant or which was Pan.
I learn stuff all the time. Shows.
There was something, yeah. There was a bunch of stuff that. So, yeah, I've not heard that, but.
And the funny thing was, I was going to skip over the CPAP. In fact, I did initially, but I don't know. I think it was maybe you, Michelle, jumped in and said
Yeah.
CPAP machine. And see, I was trying not to say that. And you had to jump in. I was going to gloss over where the spirit was coming from. Not that I
have no filter.
Wait, there's more. It's not because the face was popping out of the CPAP, which is bad enough. When I initially read it, because again, my glasses broke. I'm squinting, trying to read this stuff and everything. By the way, my new glasses shipped, so they should be here.
Oh, good.
Thank God. Good. Anyway, but when I was reading that all squinty-eyed really quickly, I thought she said, I saw a spirit's face pop out of my pap smear. And I didn't want to say that on air, the spirit's face is popping out of the smear, But then
I can almost see that more than
more
than the CPAP.
And
warm up.
My eyes were seeing the C and the PAP, but my mind was just not putting it together until Michelle said CPAP, and then instantly my brain read CPAP, and then because my dad has one, the CPAP machine.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that spirits' faces could pop out of it.
Yeah.
That was great.
It almost
That
makes
was
more
great.
sense that it would pop out of a pap smear. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I think. So that's what I think too. I'm like, you know,
Because no, T Lynn, we've never heard this thing about living on the breath. We've never heard that one. Yeah. Anyway, we are out of
That
time.
makes sense.
Hi, MV. We haven't seen MV in a while. And there's a lot of other in here, but Dan,
look who showed up.
Dan said must have been my English bloody.
Oh,
Oh, look at him. Or her.
hi,
Edgar.
Edgar.
He's a
Hi,
pretty,
Edgar.
he's a pretty kitty.
He hasn't been around to see us for a while.
Yeah.
He used to show up for every show, but then I guess he just was having too much fun outside.
Right. But that was the last great second pop in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of popping in, if either one of you want to, pop in tomorrow night, and I'm going to try to get Ellie on. And
Yeah, I'll pop in. I
yeah.
think.
Ellie,
Yeah.
Ellie liked my post on Instagram for the three of us in the picture.
Oh, good.
Tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Maybe we should just keep doing this,
Right? I love it. Yeah.
I probably
It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should take a break. Mondays, Tuesdays, and we have Fridays. We don't have to worry about Catherine coming back. So, to work on the website stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Probably
not a bad idea.
Yeah. And then I was even thinking of after I've done that for a while, we could, like Charlotte, you and I could do a Friday show instead of a Monday show. Might be more people. I don't know.
Right. Well, we used to get a lot of people, and then just things happened, and we weren't able to.
Yeah.
We weren't able to, be there for a couple of Mondays, and it kind of knocked our rhythm off a little bit.
Next Monday's Labor Day, so we'll see what happens. If we want to do a Friday, we'll throw a Friday in, see if that's dead or if something happens on Friday. It also puts all the shows here, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday off. That's how mine works, but doesn't have to be that. I don't mind taking Tuesday off than taking Friday off, for instance, or something,
Right.
But we can play around with it and see what happens. And maybe even we could even throw in a day show, like do a Friday day show or something weird.
Absolutely.
Well, whoever
did we do that on a Tuesday? We did a Tuesday show, and did we do it in the middle of the day?
Don't remember. I think that Tuesday, the very last one, was when we moved to the Tuesday. I think we did it, but I'm not sure. We'll try different things, and you guys out there, let us know. We have some day shows, some afternoon shows, some evening shows, some early in the morning shows.
Right. Ooh.
Like
that could be fun.
Well, because other side of the world in Australia and New Zealand, it's a better time for them.
Yes, it is. It's true.
So we'll try different things. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, and everybody else.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
No.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.